Hi Sag, welcome to April. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. And before I start your reading, I want to call in some good energy and create some sacred space around this reading. So this month we have a new moon in Aries on the 11th. Mercury moves into Aries at the beginning of the month. Venus moves into Taurus on the 15th. Mars moves into Cancer on the 24th. Then we have a full moon in Scorpio on the 26th. And then Pluto goes retrograde on the 27th. So we will see what that all means later. Right now, let's look at the cards and see what's coming up for Sag. What does Sag need to know in terms of love and relationships this month? April 2021. What's coming up for Sag? April 2021. What is coming up for Sag, April 2021? What is coming up for Sag in terms of love and relationships? April 2021. May only the highest forces be present at this reading to ensure that the truth be told. Okay, I've gotta... Let's see what we have for Sag. The Ace of Cups, the Three of Wands, the Page of Cups, the King of Cups, the Five of Cups, the Fool, the Knight of Swords, the Six of Wands, the Ace of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles. And the card at the bottom is the Ten of Wands. Okay. So, Sag, it looks like there's going to be some new beginnings in love this month. You have an opportunity to start a brand new cycle. And the work that you've been doing, the Three of Wands is about things coming back to you. So you might have been putting a lot of energy into something, either a work project or even a relationship, and you've been kind of waiting for things to work out. Things are going to start to happen this month for you. I feel like that this is like the ships coming in card. Here's this like guy, he planted some seeds, he's waiting for the results, and now the ships are coming in. So you're going to get rewarded for your hard work. And you've been working really hard. You've got this Ten of Wands here. You've been carrying a lot of heavy burden. But there's also the Ace of Cups can be new love. You have a couple of new beginnings. You have the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords. So these are new beginnings. The Cups can mean a new beginning in love and a relationship. It could also be a new creative project coming into your life in some way too. Now you have the Page of Cups here and the King of Cups. So there could be someone who's wanting to tell you how they feel. The King of Cups energy is someone who's very sensitive, very loving, very compassionate, someone you can really talk to. This could be someone that you're involved with. You could be involved with a water sign. You could be, and so this new beginning, it could be a new relationship if you're not involved with someone. But it could also be a new beginning in an old relationship if you've been having some issues, and you might decide to turn over a new leaf or turn the page and start over. Like let's start again. Let's let's have a new way of interacting with each other. Let's drop the past and let's just start over, because there's a lot of new. I feel like there's new energy, and you have the Fool here, which is like turning the page, a brand new cycle coming in. So I think you could be dealing with someone who's very calm, very kind, very compassionate. He has like a healing energy. And the Page of Cups can mean a message of love. Like you might be communicating with someone and sharing your feelings. I feel like some of you have this Five of Cups coming up here. So some of you might be in a relationship where things have been shaky. And maybe you're thinking about the past, you're regretting something. Something you've done in the past or some decision you made in the past. It's like you're focusing on like your losses. and thinking like, maybe I should have done things differently. But you're not focusing on what you still have to work with, which is the Two of Cups here. So, with the Five of Cups, sometimes I can bring someone from the past back, and, someone who wants a second chance. So if it's not you regretting, maybe it's someone that you were involved with, and they're wanting another chance. They may come back and want to start over, like, give me one more chance, I'm sorry, I made a mistake, or whatever. So that's the kind of energy of the Five of Cups. It's a card of loss and regret. But then you have this Fool card, which is like a brand new beginning, a new cycle coming in. So it's possible that for some of you, you may be thinking about somebody new, and somebody from the past that you already know might be coming back and wanting to reconnect. Or so it could go either way, or you could have a brand new start in a current relationship. Like with the Five of Cups energy, it's not like a final, it's over. Like, yeah, there's some problems, but you can work them out. And the way you work them out is by focusing on what's positive in the relationship, focusing on what you have that's good together, rather than focusing on what is disappointing. Like, don't focus on the negative. This person, I feel like this relationship has been a little bit of a burden to you, because you have the Ten of Wands here, but that's coming to an end. So, and that could be either because you decide to end the relationship and move on, or it's coming to an end because this person wakes up and realizes, hey, you know what, I need to step up to the plate, let's start over, and let's try again. And then it's up to you if you want to start on this new journey with him or her. You have the Knight of Swords here. This is in your negative thinking sector. So you might be thinking that the person you were involved with is a little bit reckless. This is like a reckless energy, the Knight of Swords. It's quick arrival, quick departure. So that's either you like wanting to okay, I want to be done with this, I want to move on. If that's you, then it's saying, the card means, don't do anything reckless. Don't do it, don't just jump into something because you're wanting change, because you're bored with the status quo. Because, you want to look before you leap. That's what this card is. If that's not you, then it could be that you're dealing with someone who's like that, who's a little bit insensitive, who just jumps into things and does things without thinking about how their actions are going to affect others. This is an energy that's moving quickly. So you could have an opportunity that it comes up and you have to make a quick decision. You have the Six of Wands here in your environment. This is a card of victory. So whatever you've been struggling with, you're going to be able to put that down. That's coming to an end. Your struggles are coming to an end. And the Six of Wands is like travel, journeying, being recognized, rewarded. So I feel like you're going to have some kind of career success this month too. It's not just love. There is a potential for a new beginning in love. But there's also potential for whatever you've been working on to be suddenly successful. And it may take you on a new path. And you may have to make a decision about that. You have the Ace of Swords here in your wish fulfillment sector. The Ace of Swords is another new beginning. It's a new way of thinking. The swords represent our thoughts and ideas. So there could be some new thing that comes up, or you're seeing things in a new way. And whatever you're starting this month, it's a really good time to start, because first of all, we have that new moon in Aries in the middle of the month, and I'll get to that next, how it's going to affect you. But there's a lot of Aries energy, and the Aries can be impatient, but Aries is a positive, it's in trine to your sun sign of Sagittarius. And especially if you're a rising Sag, if Sag is your rising sign. So it's a good time to take the initiative this month and start something new, whether it's a relationship or even a career direction project, because I feel like whatever you're starting, it's ending with the Ten of Pentacles. And this is the Wealth card. This is feeling secure. So if it's a new relationship, you could be connecting with someone that's bringing you a sense of security, where you could pool your resources and feel really safe with this person. You can feel, it's like a breath of fresh air is coming in. And this person, whatever your struggles were in the past, that's ending. I feel like that's fading. And, don't dwell on the past. If you've lost something or if you didn't succeed in something in the past, don't keep dwelling on the past. Look to the future. The future is bright. You've got this Fool card here and these two aces. So focus on what's next. Focus on, like, how can I improve my situation? How can I put my energy into something new that I can be excited about? Because you're having some new ideas and you're going to be successful. Whether it's, committing to a relationship, moving in together, joining your finances, or you're connecting with someone that either is financially secure, someone who wants to take care of you or wants to be there for you. You're getting financial support this month. So the Ace of Cups, that relates to June, July, August. So over the summer, you could be starting on a new path in love. Like I said, either a brand new relationship or a renewal of a past relationship where you decide to try again and fix whatever was not working, and just having like a fresh new start. Then by September, this card represents September, October, November. You're going to start to see money rolling in. You're going to start to feel like, okay, now I'm feeling safe. I'm feeling secure. And you might decide even to just jump into something that's going to be really successful. I feel like you're going to jump into something. This new beginning is something that you're really excited about. And it's going to bring you recognition, and it's going to bring you financial success. And the Ten of Pentacles, so I'm thinking, let's see, September. It'll be like around November by the time you start to, like the end of October, maybe the first 2 weeks of November, sometime in November is when you're going to see the reward for all this work that you've been doing and you've been struggling with. But it's very exciting. This month looks like the start, like when you're planting the seeds. This is the month of planting the seeds of love and the seeds of career success. And by the end of the year, you're going to be in a really good place. You're going to feel safe, secure. You're going to feel that whatever you're doing, it's working. And it's just abundance. Abundance is coming to you. Love and abundance and new energy. So don't dwell on the past. Don't dwell on anything you've lost in the past. If it was a relationship that you let go of, and someone new is coming. And if it's a current relationship, you can fix it. If you want to work on it, you can fix it and start over and have a new beginning as well. So let's see what the astrology has to say. So you have this new moon in Aries in your 5th house. Okay, that's the house of love. It's romance. It's the house of children. It's the house of romance. It's the house of creative projects. It's exactly what these cards are saying. You have a chance for a new beginning. So it could be a new romance. It could be a new creative project that you're really excited about and you want to hit the ground running. So because you have this new moon, the sun and the moon are in the 5th house, and with Mercury and Venus. So Venus brings love and money. Mercury brings, and Mercury is sextile Saturn in your 3rd house. So you could be signing a contract this month. And I think it's going to be good. It's going to be in place for a long time. It's going to involve a commitment, work. You might decide that you want to commit to a relationship too. Like if you've been having problems in a relationship, you might be like talking it over and being more dedicated or more committed. Saying, okay, maybe there were some issues around children that were weighing you down, because the pages can represent children, as well as messages. So it depends on your situation. This is a general reading, so it may not apply to everyone, or it may apply differently to different people. So then you have Saturn and Jupiter in your 3rd house. That's the house of communication. That's the house of short distance travel, siblings, your neighborhood, aunts, uncles. It's about, schooling, learning new skills. And you have Jupiter. Venus is actually sextile Jupiter. Mars is trining Jupiter. And Mars is in your 7th house. So I think this is a good time for a relationship. Like Mars in your 7th house, you're going to take action with relationships. So if you want to commit to someone, Mars in the 7th is committed partnerships. The fifth house is romance, but the seventh house is a serious partnership, a long-term partnership. And the seventh house is not just like marriage, it's also business partnerships. So you could be forming, you could be committing to someone in a romantic relationship, but you could also be forming a partnership in business. And Mars is trining Jupiter, so this is going to be, it's bringing in abundance and opportunity. This is like a time of opportunity for you. Especially in the third house, it could also be communication or writing. You could be writing more, getting more involved in, maybe you're starting a blog or you're starting a website or some kind of social media thing. So if you're signing a contract this month, it's going to be in place for a long time because Mercury is sextile Saturn, and Saturn, it's like a serious contract. You might be dealing with people that are a little conservative, or Saturn represents authority, and but because Mercury is the sextile, I feel like that the communication is going to be good between you. Like you're all going to be on the same page, and whatever you're creating, it's going to be in place for a long time. But you're going to be you have to be serious about it with Saturn, and you have to put the work in. But Saturn guarantees the reward. If you put the work in and you're dedicated and committed, you will receive the reward. And also Saturn is in your third house, and it is trining the North Node in your seventh house. So the seventh house, so partnerships are going to be important this month. And what's even more important is communication. So it's really a time to talk to the people that you care about. So if you're with someone and you're having some issues that need to be talked about, now's a good time to talk about it. And you can have a new beginning with that person. You can you can communicate clearly now. Last month Mercury was in Pisces. Mercury in Pisces is not very happy. Mercury, you could be confused, or you could be misunderstood, or there could be lack of clarity in communications. But when Mercury's in Aries, it's time to speak up. It's time to, speak your truth when Mercury's in Aries, and not be afraid. Have the courage to speak. The only thing you want to do is make sure you're not coming across as too aggressive when you're communicating with Mercury in Aries, because Mercury in Aries is just like they blurt things out without thinking. Your mind is, things happen quickly with Mercury in Aries. Ideas are coming in at the speed of light, and Aries just wants to jump on them. But you want to just slow down and just make sure you got all your ducks in a row and everything's, don't be impulsive. Don't jump off a cliff, but don't avoid something new or exciting either. You have this opportunity for this brand new energy to come in. So I think it's going to be exciting. I think this month is going to be exciting and rewarding at the same time. So then we have the full moon in Scorpio. Now at this time, Venus will be out of Aries and will be in Taurus, and Mars will be in Cancer, which Mars is not too happy in Cancer. So, but let's see where this full moon is happening. This is happening in your work situation. The moon is in the 12th, and the Sun, Uranus, Venus, and Mercury are in the 6th house. So the 6th house is your day-to-day work environment. Something could be completing. You might be completing a work project. The 6th house is also a health. If you're going through some kind of health procedure, that could be ending too. It could be culminating some kind of procedure. But you're going to find out certain things are going to come to the surface at the full moon, and some things there might be some surprising changes in your work environment, because you have Uranus there, and you have Mercury and Venus. So there could be some unexpected work project that comes up that sets you on a new path. And the moon in the 12th. The 12th house has to do with psychological issues. So whatever is hidden, it could be hidden enemies. It could also be hidden blocks, psychological blocks, where you hold yourself back, where you self-sabotage. So you may want to look at that at the full moon and you might see certain patterns. Like, you know what? I realize I've been doing this and I should have been doing that. You know, you're going to see how you self-sabotage. It's a good time to look at the psychological things that, you know, we kind of sweep under the rug. And also, the 12th house is about finishing up a cycle. So if there's anything that's been like any kind of negative thinking or any kind of blockages, you could resolve it and release it and then get on this new path. So at this full moon, Mars is going to be trining the moon, and Mars will be in your 8th house. So you may have, and Mars is also trining Jupiter in the 3rd. It's an out of sign trine. But the 8th house has to do with money, resources that you get from other people. So you might be looking for a business loan, or you might be waiting for an inheritance or an insurance payout. Sometimes when Mars goes through the 8th, your expenses pop up. But Mars is also, wherever Mars is, that's where your activity is. That's where all your energy is going. So your energy might be going to, how can I have this great idea and I want to finance it. How do I get the money to do it? And that's where your focus will be. The 8th house is also the house of intimacy. So if you have any issues around really bonding with someone at the soul level, now would be a good time to look at that and resolve it and get over your fears, overcome your fears. Venus is going to square Saturn this month, and so you might feel, just before this full moon, there may be some tension in relationships where you feel cut off from loved ones, or you feel like you're not feeling the love, you're feeling, and there could be some money issues that pop up, but it's only going to be temporary, because Venus will move on, and once Venus moves away from Saturn, things will get better. I feel like at the end of the month, things will get better. You'll move past these blocks. But somewhere in the middle, don't give up. Don't get discouraged if you come across a roadblock to love or money in the middle of the month. By the end of the month, I think that you're going to see things are going to come out and complete, where you're going to see what you need to do. Because Scorpio brings things to, Scorpio is about things that are hidden, and the full moon brings things to the surface. So you're going to see whatever has been hidden will come out. And once you see the truth, you can take action based on that truth. And then Pluto will go retrograde in your 2nd house. So you may have to rethink your financial situation and re-strategize. I feel like you're going to be focusing on money issues at the end of the month, probably because you want to figure out, how am I going to manifest this new idea or this new desire? And it may involve getting financial support from others. So you may have to reconfigure or replan, your goal. But overall, I feel like this month is going to be really exciting for you. You're going to be, you have a potential to get on a brand new path, and you're going to be really motivated and excited, and it's going to lead to success and love. So don't be afraid of the new. Don't be afraid to let go of the old. Don't be afraid to speak up if you need to communicate. If something's not working, or someone's not, you have some kind of misunderstanding in a relationship, it's a good time to clear things up and get back on the same page and move forward. Because by the end of the year, you're going to be experiencing this 10 of Pentacles energy. So, it's spring. It's time for new starts and a new cycle coming in. Embrace the new. So I hope you enjoyed this reading, Sag. If you did, click on the like button, leave a comment, let me know if it resonated with you. If you'd like a private reading, click on the link in the description box. It'll take you to my website, and we can get you on the schedule. In the meantime, thank you for supporting my channel. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. And I hope you have a wonderful April, and I'll talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.